You guys might see chipmunks running through this video, so I'm just going to preface it with that. Alright, so the topic of this video is my inner self was hiding. This is a topic which I have most certainly been avoiding because talking about myself, frankly, exclusively makes me pretty uncomfortable. So to make myself a little more comfortable, I came out to the outside nature to do this video for you guys. So the reason that I wanted to make this video about my inner self was in hiding, and speaking to, if any of you out there, your inner selves, you've realized perhaps at this point in your life that you too have been hiding. I really want to invite you, as I have with many of the videos lately, to come out of your shell, to come out of hiding, and to simply be yourself. I know we hear it all over the place these days. It's hitting different this time for me, lately, I mean. And I think you guys can tell from the nature of the messages that this is something that I am intimately understanding. And what I've essentially learned about myself is that the reason that I hid my inner self was as a response to traumas. We all go through traumas as we're growing up. It's sort of a part of, unfortunately, becoming socialized and having parents, and trauma is kind of a built-in thing. And the way that I learned to survive, essentially, was that I hid my inner self. I am learning just how if you've seen The Matrix, how deep the rabbit hole goes with that in my life. Now, only now, at this point in my life, am I finally starting to actually become myself. And it's the weirdest experience, guys, because the idea that I've gotten this far in my life, and even the choices that for example, a choice I made today to do or not do something, you know, and the reason for that was that my physical state is a little bit uncomfy today. And I was like, risk and rewarding the situation. Is it worth it for me to go even though I am in pain? Long story, whatever. Or, you know, do I put off this opportunity because I'm in pain? And I was like, no. Old self me would have put this off. This version of me knows that there is potential here. And not only that the risk versus reward, the reward is greater. So I did the thing, and I'm so glad that I did, because even though I'm in a bit more pain for having kind of overutilized my body, I suppose you could say, I'm glad that I did it. Anyway, coming back to the point, it's crazy to me to think that now, in this far along in my life as I am, that I'm only just now becoming myself. It's kind of intimidating. It's kind of upsetting that it's taken me this long. And at the same time, I feel really lucky that I am aware, at the point that I'm aware, that I am conscious, and I'm able to, I was going to say act differently. I'm not acting at all. That's the whole shift. The whole shift is that I'm actually really becoming who I really am. What I guess you could say I used to get wrong about that was I used to think that meant, I had the understanding that when I looked ahead to my future self, it was this version of me based upon things and situations and what people have told me and all this external stuff which isn't based on me. It's just interesting because now when I make choices, I'm like, it's interesting because I have to pause now and give myself time to consider what I actually want, because my default setting up until now was to look out for anyone else except for me in that situation. You know, again, that's kind of how I learned to survive, and that's why my inner self was in hiding. I wanted to talk about it though, and to just simply say to you guys that, to anyone out there who, again, either you're coming into the realization or maybe you've known this for a long time or whatever, that it's okay. I almost needed a permission slip from myself to live as my most authentic version. What I would say is that becoming yourself is a process of allowing yourself to accept, maybe, the traits that you have or that you choose to onboard, I guess you could say, for yourself. It's being who you really are. So let's take me as just an example. One of the things I do enjoy is gaming. And so for me, a part of that acceptance was being like, oh, I am a gamer at heart. Like, yes, I am many other things, and I'm also a gamer. And that might sound really silly. That's perhaps exactly the reason that I use it as an example, because you would perhaps not think, oh, what difference does it make if I allow myself to authentically be that? I don't know, it gives a freedom inside of yourself that I can't really explain in words. You kind of have to experience it. So I just want to say that no matter what age you are or when you're seeing this video or anything like that, that if you feel in any way in your life that you're not expressing yourself, that's another like side point. Express yourself, really, really express yourself. And my only stipulation ever to any of this stuff is just don't harm anybody. You know, you're all good as long as you're not doing any harm to anyone or any beings, any creatures, anything living, really anything. As long as you're doing no harm, then you're good. I keep scaring critters, guys. I'm so sorry for the like ADD moments of that they're running around. Side note, are we listening to this beautiful bird song that is out here? Is he gonna do it again? I hope that the video picks up that bird song. I don't know what bird song it is. It's so beautiful. Anyway, my encouragement to you here is to be yourselves, to really allow yourself out of your shell, and honestly, as soon as you are humanly able to do so, because again, the other side point of me making all these videos is that I want to save you guys the time. You know, if you're say 20, 25, in your teens, whatever age you are, you have a huge jump if you onboard this now, if you start allowing yourself out. And the other sort of side important part of that is, and please do take this seriously, do not allow anyone to tell you who you are and control you in that way, if that makes sense. You really are the only one who knows you best. And whenever you make a choice, listen into your heart as the compass. It will tell you whether you think it's a good idea or a bad idea, essentially, to do whatever it is you're trying to decide about. And it is your best compass. When everything else may be failing around you as a compass, this will not fail. So I'm sorry I got a little bit off topic from that. I just wanted to share that I've been in hiding for too long, my inner self, and that as I'm coming out of my shell and blooming and gaining freedom and sovereignty, I wanted to share that sense of freedom, because you also have this ability at your fingertips to unlock and unshackle yourself, to come out of the closet, which is something that I often joke about because I've been out of the closet, as it were, since I was 17 years old. And sometimes talking about coming out with different things just makes me giggle. So anyway, I hope this video has benefited you in some way. I hope that if you are holding yourself in or back in any way, that you really stop it. Stop it! Because it's not worth it. In fact, here's a great exercise or way to decide if something is good for you or not. Ask yourself if the risk or reward of doing it is in your favor or not. Or ask yourself just simply whether or not the thing will benefit your life where you want to go. Sorry for the saw noises, guys. There's all sorts going on today. So if this video has helped you, please do share it with anyone that you think it could benefit. Subscribe, as it does really help out a small content creator like myself. And don't forget to ding the bell, because I myself often do that and you won't find out if there's a new video otherwise. And last but not least, if you need any support or coaching, feel free to reach out at this email address here, or it would be my pleasure to serve you in any way that I can. Have a beautiful, beautiful day if you're enjoying weather like this. Namaste, much love, and I will see you cats in the next video. Bye. I think I just scared the chipmunk. I think anyway. And becoming, how do I put this? I don't know, but and and please do take this seriously. I almost needed a permission slip from myself